What's up, guys? Welcome to the Health Matrix, where we are cutting through the BS, the propaganda with our food and healthcare systems. And so I titled this video, "If the Flies Won't Eat It, Neither Should You." And it's a litmus test for our food. Okay, so I worked at a nutrition club, a smoothie shop, where we also did wellness profiles and all types of stuff like that, about 10 years ago. And it was kind of funny because he had a McDonald's cheeseburger, just a single cheeseburger, in like a little plexiglass case, and like I think just on a shelf, but out in the open. And the thing was, it had been there for 2 years. And it wasn't like airtight. It wasn't like, blocked from the outside. It was just like a cheap little plexiglass thing, plastic case. And there was like a layer of dust on this cheeseburger. But eventually he removed it because people kind of got grossed out. But the whole idea was that it would not decompose. So you can do that with McDonald's cheeseburger these days too. I know that they may have changed their ingredients a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that the flies and bacteria still will not eat that burger. If you leave it like on the counter for like weeks on end, at least, if not months. I've seen this with donuts too, with that preservative that's on donuts, cheap donuts. Bacteria and flies will not consume the food. And so unless you put it outside unless in the weather and the elements, and it gets super wet and just kind of dissolves away. Guys, I don't know if you know a lot about the microbiome and what goes on in your digestive tract, but basically it's full of bacteria. There's enzymes in there as well, but a big giant chunk is your microbiome, your gut bacteria. They break down food. That's what bacteria do. They consume dead tissue. So most of the time, whatever you're eating is dying. It's in the process of dying. It may even be like a fresh fruit or vegetable, but once you pull that fruit or vegetable off the vine or whatever it is, or you pick it out of the ground and you remove it from its life source, the soil, or you've killed the meat, right? You now have a dead product. And so because this is the reason why it's interesting, is bacteria only consume dead tissue, and that's why they're not eating you, because there's a trillions of them all inside your body and on the outside as well. They're all over your skin. This is why, unfortunately, when you pass away of whatever cause, your body starts to decompose. The bacteria that were there the entire time, and plus more, will now start to decompose the rotting tissue. And this is another reason why it's a problem that on the internal, like if you're really unhealthy and you're eating toxic garbage and it's causing cells to die, which cells will die and turn over naturally in a controlled state. And the bacteria are there to remove your dead cells. Otherwise, they would clog up the system themselves. And this is the cycle of life, to put it bluntly. So if you eat things that are not able to be digested by your body, now they will be digested. They will be partially digested. And I'm speaking about, again, this processed, disgusting, preservative, color, fake Frankenstein food that I've talked about in other videos, like McDonald's cheeseburgers or Burger King or Taco Bell, all of them. They're chocked full of like different foaming agents and chemicals of some sort that your body can't break down. Now, your stomach acid will break down things a little bit, but not completely. What you'll end up with is a bunch of partially digested garbage in your gut, which is one reason why people will get bloated, or they'll get gas, or because these are signs that your gut bacteria are not consuming the product. This is a big problem because when you have undigested stuff floating around your digestive tract, it's going to cause all types of problems. It's going to, over time, it can leak out of your gut through the leaky gut syndrome, the tight junctions that people have in their small intestine. This is a very real phenomenon where partially digested and undigested particles of food that aren't supposed to be there get into your bloodstream, and then they circulate around and they cause all types of problems, inflammation. They can get into your brain. And this is a big reason why people are chronically ill with autoimmune conditions and all this other stuff. And so it is very important to notice this, that your food should go bad, okay? It's perfectly normal for your food to go bad. Now, some things will go bad, will take longer than others to go bad. And the caveat is there could be good things that do that. For instance, honey or garlic, which is one reason why they're natural antibiotics and they have such healing properties, because they don't break down very quickly. You can have garlic, or especially like fermented, well, not fermented, but like pickled foods, things with vinegar. They're good for your digestive tract a lot of times because they're natural antibiotics, but unlike pharmaceutical antibiotics, they do not just indiscriminately target all of those things in your gut. In fact, they can harm bad bacteria and keep the symbiosis, the different ranges of gut bacteria, and I'm not going to go into the names of them. It's not important, but keeping the healthy ratios in your digestive tract. So, what are other things? There's been people I've seen, like there's videos on YouTube, and it's gross. It is gross to see, but it's also good to know, because it's one more reason to avoid these foods, because people still think for some reason that when they go and consume the fake meat, the McDonald's cheeseburger, that bread filled with all these preservatives, like just junk, is not giving you nutrition. And not only is it not giving you nutrition, but it's clogging up your system. So it's like a double negative. It's not only not giving you nutrition, but it's also causing damage. This is the crux of why I talk to people about nutrition. And I'm so adamant about it. Now, here's the thing. I eat fast food every once in a while. It's not like if you have a McDonald's, I'll have a double cheeseburger with a large fry about twice a year while I'm traveling. Not usually, but sometimes I gotta be pretty hungry to do that. And those potatoes are not good either. None of it is good. But if you do it every once in a while, and you're also you're giving your body things that will actually help your gut bacteria, then you're actually, it's better to have none, but we're not perfect. Human beings are not perfect. We're not going to just eat celery sticks and organic meat all the time and everything's perfectly clean. It's not realistic in our world. But what I want to say is you need to consume things that are going to go bad. And some things, like fermented vegetables or foods in general, it's purposeful spoiling, right? That's why you kind of have to know what you're doing if you're going to do that yourself. I buy kimchi, for instance, but it's fermented. This means it's starting to go bad, but it's not like rotted. Like, you don't want it to be like totally dead and disgusting. You can tell when vegetables, like leafy vegetables that are in your fridge, I've left them there for long periods of time and they just shrivel up into gunk. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about controlled spoilage. What this does is it introduces bacteria in your body. Bacteria is not the enemy, but the wrong kinds of bacteria in the wrong places is the enemy, is what I'm saying. So guys, I just wanted to keep this video short. If you like, make sure to like the video, subscribe. I appreciate it. It grows the channel. It's hard to grow these channels organically. I hope you guys enjoy the information. All my links are going to be in the description to my blog and all that, but we'll be back again shortly with another health matrix topic. Peace out.